With the Xbox One X's release date coming up and more people getting on the hype train, myself included, I decided right now would be a pretty good time to make a PC build comparable to the Xbox One X. A lot of people believe that the Xbox One X is playing in its own league, and people are starting to believe that you won't be able to match the Xbox One X's price to power ratio. However, I widely disagree. Hey guys, this is Nick, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at building a $500 budget gaming PC that is equivalent to the power of the Xbox One X. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first off, for the processor we have the i3-7100 3.9 GHz dual-core processor at $107. So obviously this processor isn't the most powerful thing in the world, and it's only dual-core, but it definitely holds its own. Its single cores are both very powerful, and although the standard in gaming nowadays is quad-core, I still think dual-core has a place in the gaming market, since a lot of games still don't take advantage of processing power, and mainly rely on the GPU for the power. For the price, it pulls its own, and although I wish I could have included an i5 in this build, in reality you won't be able to get that based on this cheap price point. As of right now, you can buy this processor for $107 on Newegg. Next, for the motherboard, we have the MSI B250 PC Mate motherboard for about $62. The MSI B250M motherboard is a great budget motherboard, but it doesn't offer a lot of expandability. It has 2 RAM slots, so you can upgrade the RAM in the future, but however, it has no SLI support or crossfire support. However, this is called a budget motherboard for a reason, and at this price point, you can't expect too great of a motherboard, since most high-end gaming motherboards cost upwards of $100 to $200. And if you're on a $450 budget right now, I'm guessing you won't need more than 2 RAM slots or SLI support for a while. As of right now, you can buy this motherboard for $62 on Newegg. For the RAM, we have 8GB of G-Skill RAM clocked at 2400 MHz for $54. So this RAM is fast, but instead of 16 gigs, it's 8, and I can see the reason why some people complain, since most games recommend 12 or 16 gigs of RAM. However, 8 gigs should be fine for now and for a while actually. As many of you know, I played all of my games such as Witcher and Tomb Raider on 6 gigs of RAM and I got by just fine. Of course, in the future, I think you should upgrade as games do start requiring more RAM, but as of right now, I think 8 gigs of RAM is a good amount. As of right now, you can buy this RAM for $54 on Newegg. Up next, for the storage, we have Western Digital's blue 1TB hard drive for $43. So I think 1TB should be the base storage for most builds. It's not a lot, but it also should be enough for most people. Obviously, this is a hard drive, so it won't be the fastest storage in the world, but it will be fast enough. I do recommend, if you have extra cash, also getting a 128GB SSD for about $50 extra, since that does make your PC a lot faster and makes loading times for games go a lot faster as well. But if you don't have that money, a 1TB hard drive should be just fine. As of right now, you can pick this storage up on Outlet PC for $48. For the case, we actually have a case plus power supply combo, and that's the Rosewill ATX Mini Tower with a 400-watt power supply for $45. So this case power supply combo deal is actually one of the better deals out there, since most combos like this costed upwards of $70 to $80. I typically prefer cases that come with power supplies because you get a good deal and you typically wouldn't find if you got both these parts separately. For the power supply, 400 watts of power should be enough, since this build really only requires 250, but just to be safe, we got a 400 watt power supply. And for the case, it's black, so it's low profile, and a lot of people might not like that, but I actually like low profile cases as they don't scream gamer, but are still perfectly functional. As of right now, you can buy this case PSU combo for $45 on Newegg. And last but not least, for the graphics card, we have the Nvidia Gtx 1060 3GB model. This card is probably one of the best price to performance cards on the market as of right now. At $190, this card offers high-end performance for a cheap price. With this card, you'll be able to play almost all games at 1080p max with 60 frames per second, or 4K as long as you turn down some of the settings. For the price, this card is incredible, and you'll be able to do some serious gaming on this card. You can normally buy it for about $190 on Newegg or Amazon. However, as of right now, there's something called Ethereum mining going on, and I can link a website that will explain this a lot more better than I do. But basically, in short, all graphics card prices are up crazy high as of right now, so you won't be able to find this card for anywhere near $190. However, for this build, I'll be marking it as $190 for future reference. So overall, this build is about $505, which is about equivalent to that of the Xbox One X. So did we reach our goal? I'd say yes. We managed to create a computer that's capable of great gaming performance at a level similar to the Xbox One X's, but for an overall cheap price. For now, that's all from me. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't, go ahead and leave a dislike. If you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe. And as per usual, I'd like to thank you guys for all the recent support on my videos. For now, that's all from me, but as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.